Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome back, Tactical Tuesday. So, yes again, mud fight. Now, this game is not going to go like your regular tactical games. And in my mind, the regular tactical games have the tank operations on the right, a bit of infantry and other vehicles to scout for it, some AA. The main fight's going on in Alpha with a lot of infantry crawling through the woods, and Delta is usually not that active. That's usually how these things go, right? We've all been there, we've all seen these 10v10 tacticals, and, well, after a while it actually becomes quite difficult for me to make an interesting video. Because it's pretty much all going the same way, every single battle. So this time around I found something else, AMG12, who you might know from the tactical servers. I believe he hosts 6 of them, something like that. He sent me this game, and he said, you gotta see this. This is ridiculous. This is something I've never seen before. So, had a look, and, well, there's going to be a lot of controversy in the comment section, because this is going to be such a weird game. Let's see how it starts out. We have infantry recon from AMG. He says we need a tank or an ATGM. Clona is going over to the right with armor, and the armor itself is not actually positioned yet. Over towards the middle we have a CV from AMG12. He has positioned an ATGM, or is going to. A couple of units going towards the left, of course, some of which are airborne, including one airborne infantry command. Aslav 2502, repair. A couple of Dutch forces moving up there as well. And it looks like there's one CV that might be pushing forward considering its positioning. Alright, we're off. I still haven't seen that armor actually. And no, I just don't get it. He's saying I'm going to use armor. Oh, maybe that is what he's considering as armor. Leopard 1 for Kenning, the Dutch recon tank. Anyways, let's follow AMG in this one. He's pushing through with his CV, quickly getting it towards this position where there is a very narrow hedge that you can sneak a CV into, and the CV will be concealed. The thing is, you gotta get there quick, because if the enemy team gets a bit of recon in any of these tree lines, then they're probably gonna see something as big and as obnoxious as a CV there. The infantry is moving into a position. We have the HGM infantry coming up, and he has the Pinsgauers over towards the right. But there's no real support there. Unsinkable Hood's going to say, or is going to send a tank there, but it's going to take a while. Left flank looks busy. We got a Strop 2 coming up. Urals with Urals with infantry inside, of course. BTR ADAs. This looks like an ATGM. Oh, a T80 UK is coming this way now. That's a pretty aggressive opening for the left flank. Snezka. More AA. More tanks. A group of what seems to be 2 T-72Bs with an MTLBV in between, or a BTRD. There's another CV there. Of course, they're contesting this zone when that tank command moves up every now and then. But this push is so sizable that it does not allow Blue to get anywhere near the Alpha zone where they want to go. There's Kith who surrenders, which I believe is a Red 4. Yep, Red 4 left the game. We have an automatic pushing up, and surprisingly there seems to be no concerted effort in Foxtrot. Nothing is challenging these guys here. T80 UK just waltzing through here, not even taking a single bit of damage. Same goes with the T-72Bs. And of course, you don't really expect something like this. So most of the time there's not going to be any heavy anti-tank unit operating on the left flank. Meaning that something like this can actually work. They're just waltzing through with heavy armor on a site where you don't expect it. And that's generally what's going to work. On the right, still no activity. AMG lost one Pinsgauer in the process. You can see that this automatic is just going forward. It's not taking fire, it's not firing at anything, and there seems to be little to no resistance on this flank. So where the hell is Red 4? Well, Red 4 is still pushing up. Let's see how many players we got here. We got Turbina, we got Nyx Priests, Uralan, Victor, Private Autism, That's at least 5 players operating on the left flank there. For points, red is far ahead. 715 versus 270. And with their push they wiped out pretty much everything that blue had going towards the Alpha zone. They don't have anything left but a command squad and a JSDF Rangers group, and that's it. And the T-80 UK is almost at their base. Unsinkable Hood brings in an M1A1. I'm afraid that the M1A1, when going up against 3 other tanks, is not quite as unsinkable as this guy would like. And you can see that they are starting to contest the Echo Zone, meaning no further reinforcements for blue. And this M1A1, yeah, there we go, is way over its head. In the meantime, at Bravo, the automatic has arrived. We need a CV, says AMG. We're going to take this zone. Bravo has been secured, which is... oh, sorry, that's still here, of course. SBS is pushing through. It looks like the automatic took a few shots at the fob and then decided to go forward and try to capture it instead. So he got the main fob there. SBS pushing through the woods, going to delay them a little bit. Another kill there. There's still a contest going on in Echo with the T-80 UK. And of course, blue still has 3 CVs insofar as there's anything left. But those T-72Bs are not stopping. Against Sochang Su-85 and light riflemen, they're not going to be awfully impressed. Especially when they have help of an Mi-24 VP. So BTR-80A is making its way back, just as AMG is capturing some more supply trucks. SBS squaring off against VDV on the other side of the bridge. Would be nice if the automatic could come and help out there, because that thing has a way higher kill value than the SBS does. Kill off a transport there. Automatic is defending the other side against the BTR-80A. And we have one CV pushing up from Unsinkable Hood, as Red 4 has taken Echo. So Red 4 has taken the cap, or taken the spawn zone on the other side of the map, and they are about to lose their own. So these guys have actually switched sides. What? This is the 10v10 tactical. You're not supposed to have that many resources, but a concerted effort with pretty much all the players going to one flank from one team, that is critical. Red 4 pushed 5, maybe 6 players through Delta and then right onto Echo. That is critical, because if you just try to do this with 2, maybe 3 players, I don't think it would work. There's a CV trying to get away. The automatic is not very impressed, although it did take some autocannon damage there. And Red just lost their own spawn. So, time to get those CVs rolling, ASAP. Blue does not have a lot of firepower left. 1 Chumat unit, 1 SBS, 1 Nana Senshiki, and that's it. The JSDF Rangers are not really in a position to help out in any way, shape or form, and the command squad are running for their lives as there were 3 red blips coming their way, and one of them actually found them already. Chumat's trying to do damage, getting good hits on the T-72B, and the T-72B seems to be oblivious as to where that missile is coming from. Which should make the ATGM infantry there very happy, as it causes them to actually survive instead of getting one shot. For some reason, Red keeps moving up CVs, and the Chumats are once again very, very happy with that. SBS might be able to take out the last CV there, but of course they still have Alpha and Echo with that command tank. Fortunately, their own CVs are about to arrive in Bravo, so that at least they can start calling in units again. They are slightly behind on income. Considering that they don't have any zone at the moment, they're not going to get much in the sense of income, if anything. So hopefully these guys have some units saved up, or some points saved up, because otherwise they're not really going to get anywhere soon. The T-80 UK is making its way back. That means that they have another command unit over in Echo. There's one more command unit trying to run away. The SBS is cleverly holding fire in the tree line. Because against the T-80 UK, they don't really stand a chance. This T-80 UK, I'm quite surprised that it missed the Nana Senshiki actually. It's not going to do that twice. Blue captured Charlie. And the next CV is about to arrive. Unsinkable Hood is parking it in the tree line. And there's Bravo under secure. So these guys just did a complete switch. And this is something that I have not seen before in a tactical game. What the hell is going on? Wow, okay. The SBS were able to take out the T-80 UK. I think the T-80 UK may have been trying to get out. Trying to back away, showing its rear armor towards the SBS. And the SBS took full advantage of that and wiped out the 200-point tank. So another good kill there for AMG. Chumats versus Spetsnaz GRU is not really going to work out that well for the Chumats. But hey, these guys already more than double did their own damage. They killed the CV, they killed the T-72B, so I'd say that's about 200 points. And with that, and the Chumat itself only costing I think 25, maybe 30 or 35, including a transport vehicle, they made their money multiple times over. JSDF squaring off against Spetsnaz and a transport. Not really a position where you want to be. Unfortunately, the TOW 1 will not be able to help out there. Maybe against the transport, but the Spetsnaz, not so much. The M24 VP is probably rearmed at this stage, considering that there is a Blue 4 fob that they have probably captured and used to resupply. Cazador is very ballsy in holding Foxtrot with just one CV and not a single defense unit. I'm not sure if Red 4 is actually probing for this CV, or if they're just going into the fallacy of, well, there is a CV, so there's probably going to be protection, and actually not pushing through. But I think that Cruci is trying to push through with another T-72, might be the T-72B, and might be looking for the CV. But it's a pretty large zone, and these things don't have fantastic optics, so it's going to take a while for this guy to find him. But Red has already pushed in an own CV by the looks of it. I don't think Cazador moved it. So there is still another CV there somewhere. Now with the captured MTPLBs, they're resupplying the automatics. Very good use of these things, as the automatic is basically the only thing holding off, well, whatever's pushing through the middle. It is being spotted, making it quite vulnerable. And you can see that it's already taken a good deal of damage there. There's another command vehicle spotted, a Ryuza. What we got here looks like a transport, MTLBV or BTRD. Automatic pushing forward, even in its weakened condition, it is still a very aggressive unit. And of course with the very accurate gun, or actually reasonably accurate gun, 55%, high rate of fire, it's an easy kill on these two, well, pretty much unarmored targets. So, they switched sides, and now what? Because Blue is rapidly approaching the score for Red, in the sense that they are now only about 100 points apart, where that used to be 700 points or more. So something seriously went wrong for Red as they started losing those units, and especially the loss of the T-80 UK hit them hard. That was one of their prime units, and without that they don't really seem to have a tank. Aside from the Dyna, which is already getting murdered slowly by the TOW 1. And there's presumably still a T-72 there, because I don't see how Blue 4 could have taken that thing out already. TOW fires again. Missile flies not exactly towards the target. Fires again. This time we do get a hit. So damn hard. What? I don't know. Must be a reference to the TOW missile that missed. There's another CV kill. AMG saying I'm going for the CV. Dodger Jizz does not think that's very necessary. What is necessary is killing off the M24 VP before they manage to spot and kill off the SBS. So once again, it's down to the automatic to make a difference. Because this is, I'd say currently, the most threatening unit that they have. Red still slightly ahead on points, 1585 versus 1460. The M24 VP might have seen the automatic coming for it and is not interested in sticking around for a chat with that thing. Way too dangerous. And the automatic does definitely outrange the M24 VP as well. 2975 meter range against helos versus 2800 meters. And there is virtually no way that the VP is going to get the jump on the automatic. Red still going strong with the T-72. They have managed to either take out the CV or it ran, but I think it was taken out because it's no longer anywhere near this arena. Here's the automatic. Oh dear. Automatic took out the VP and got taken out by the concourse. That was such a critical unit for these guys. We got the Dutch reservists trying to square off against the T-72B with their M72 laws. They're doing a pretty decent job at it too, actually. They managed to panic this tank, do quite a bit of damage, and now they're way out of range. The Husaren over here, not really going to be able to do anything either. And this tank seems to be on a rampage. Whereas blue does not really have anything to stop it, so the Lynx comes back in. I think it went back to resupply. Didn't quite get there as it was retasked immediately. And it's now on a intercept route towards the T-72B, hoping that it can get the shot in before the tank kills the CV. Oh, I think that was machine gun fire. Get out of here. Yes, it's out of range. And not just that, but presumably also the tank lost its reconnaissance partner there and is now blind. Does not know where the CV is anymore. Missile goes in, weakens T-72B, still an impressive amount of armor on that tank. You can see that the damage is really, really low. This thing has 15 points of penetration versus I believe 16 points or possibly more frontal armor. And that is causing most of those ACGMs to not do a lot of damage. AMG is asking, is it dead? Did you kill it? I don't believe he did. I think the tank is still there in the tree line. Yep, there it is. Tow Defender now taking machine gun fire. Fires another missile into the tank. Tank down to 1 hit point, and there's the kill. 90 points. Looks like there was also a cluster bomb that got dropped on it, but AMG got the kill with his Tow Defender. Towards the middle of the map, it would be very nice if they could get a bit of revenge on these concours for killing off the automatic just a minute ago. Looks like the SBS have also been in quite a skirmish. There used to be 10 of them and now there's just 1. So this guy is, well, quite lucky to be alive and providing recon over to the right side. And for some reason, Red no longer has a CV and Echo. I'm not sure where they're putting their CVs or why they want to move it away. But by the looks of it, their CV is either killed off or on the move. We got a Gazelle looking for it. The question is it even looking in the right place? That's something that you usually ask yourself towards the end of a match. Where could they have posted their CV? Is it somewhere back here? Is it one of those CVs that goes all the way back there? I'd say the latter doesn't make much sense. They killed off a CV in Alpha. They killed off multiple CVs in Delta. So where is the last CV? And what kind of CV is it? BGS basically staring at the concourse, holding their fire, and not even the Lynx can do anything against these guys. They're not that much of a threat. So the Jaguar GR1 comes in, does a gun run, and kills off the infantry. Bit of infantry spotted here, most Strelky and a BMP-1. Neither of which seem to have taken many shots at the Gazelle. Gazelle now firing at the BMP, easily getting a kill. Unless the aircraft gets it first. Yes, the Jaguar GR1 comes in again, probably still circling the area over Charlie after doing its gun run, and kills off the enemy transport. And they were so close. Why did Red suddenly decide to abandon Echo? It's 1920 versus 1900, so blue is now ahead on points. And looking at the timer, and I mean the replay timer, there's only 2.5 minutes left in this game. AMG is saying, coming brother. I'm not sure what about, maybe about the links or something. Spetsnaz Gru takes out the Gazelle. That must have been the Spetsnaz Gru that killed off the Chumat over there earlier, and they have now moved to a more favorable spotting position. But still, where is the enemy CV? Blue is putting another CV forward into Delta so they can get a bit more income, get a few more units in. Mostly the recon units are important. There's a unit, definitely not a CV, looks like the T-55 that they were skirmishing with earlier. And I believe that this might be the Strop that survived from, well, way back when they were still doing a push over there. AA marker goes up. Is that the Strop? I'm going to assume it's the Strop. Because it's firing too slowly to be a Scrajat. Jaguar is trying to get in for another run. Trying to drop 2 more cluster bombs onto that target. If it does, it's going to be a really easy kill. Bombs away. Dead is not the end, or Dead is not end has left the game. I'm not sure if they got the kill there. I don't believe so. Tornado Fox surrenders. But still, where's their last CV? No kill, says Dodger. So he did not get anything there. Bring it around. CV must be here. Why do you think it's over there? They scouted out most of Echo. But with what Blue 4 has, or really doesn't have, why would you not capture Echo and start bringing in reinforcements? Let's see how many guys would be left. Kith surrendered early on. Tornado Fuck left. I think Uragani or Jurgen 1 left. What the? A UAZ? They're just gifting it away? Looks like they're all too confused to even see that. That is the last CV. Only AMG 12 spotted it, and he's pushing his Cobra even further forward. So they know that there's a CV there, they just cannot capture it. There we go. That's the last kill. That was a weird game. Swapping spawn at the start of the match, and then proceeding to come back with the T-80 UK I think was a good idea. But there just was not enough units around the T-80 UK to provide a screening force, especially around the AA segment, for it to survive. And then the SBS getting a lucky hit, or at least I'm going to say it's a lucky hit, with their anti-tank weapon on the rear of the tank, probably caused it to go down. Because it was a full health tank, and a Carl Gustav just does not make that much of a dent into the frontal armor of a T-80 UK. Let's see what AMG did. 662 in points, or in kills, 180 in losses, a few command points, but I think he was forced to evacuate his CV early on and it died. Chumats, there we go, look at that. 200 points in CVs, and then I believe 90 to 120 points for the T-72B. Very, very nice return on investment for the Chumats. Toe Defender got 1 kill on the T-72B. SBS did get the kill on the T-80 UK. And exactly how that happened, well, I think it's rear armor. SBS got a few kills, but nothing too impressive. And as expected, he lost his CV to Concourse. I expected him to lose the CV, but not exactly to Concourse. As for the rest of his team, the Unsinkable Hood may not have gotten too many kills, but he was paramount in getting his CV back to the other side of the map, so that they at least had their own spawn again, and they could bring in vehicles. If he hadn't done that and the other CVs had been intercepted, he might not even, or this might not have even happened. Dead is not end once, I think he killed something for 40 points. What would that be? A couple of infantry units, maybe a transport or two. Lost quite a bit more. Dodger, quite a good job. But overall, there just weren't too many kills in this match. You can see it only classes as a minor victory because the difference in points is so low. Anyway, very unusual match. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was definitely very interesting to see something like this. And if you have something like this along the lines of a tactical match that is different from the standard tactical gameplay, then by all means send it in. Link to that in the description down below, and I'm looking forward to seeing your submission. So, thank you for watching, hope you had fun, and I'll see you soon for more videos.